It's me, Roger. Your hands are clean. Let's not waste any more time. Hello, dear friends. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a small almond braid. A delight. I'll show you how. We will start by making the dough. For that, I will need milk, an egg, white flour, a bit of salt, fermented dough, sugar, butter and yeast. Here I have dehydrated yeast, baker's yeast, dehydrated. It works very well. In my bowl, I will add the milk. Then I will add the water. And then the flour. Now I will attach my hook and I will start mixing it. 2 minutes at low speed just to mix and hydrate the flour. And I will cover it and let it rest for an hour. We'll meet again in an hour. It's been a good hour now. Now that the dough is hydrated, my flour is hydrated, I will add my fermented dough. I continue with the yeast. And I will knead it for about 6 minutes at first speed. We'll meet again in 6 minutes. My mixer has stopped. It's not working well. So take in there. I will add the sugar. I also add the salt. And finally the butter. And now I will start it again. 6 minutes, again at second speed, which is twice as fast as before. We start gently so it doesn't splash outside. We'll meet again when the kneading is finished. My mixer has stopped. Ah, what a beautiful dough there. We can see it. So it's stuck a little bit. I'm going to remove my hook. I'm going to add a little bit of flour. And we can see it's going very well. I add a little bit of flour. I'm going to cover this and let it rest for about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. Cover it. We'll meet again later.
The recipe. Do I fit grams of white flour, 20 grams of milk, 1 egg, 50 grams, 40 grams of sugar, 40 grain of butter, 15 grain of yeast, 100 grain of fermented dough, and 4 g of salt.
Now that I've taken my dough out of the mixer, I'm going to place the pieces. About 100 grain each. Now, I'm going to make balls. Here, with your hands tightly closed, a hook underneath, you turn your fingers and the palm of your hand should stick to the table. Otherwise you do it like this. It's easier for you. A little bit longer, but it also works very well. You bring everything to the middle. To make a ball like this, I prefer it this way. I'm going to make 2 of one kind here. I'm not making more, because to show you, that's enough. And since I'm all alone, I'm still going to eat them. I'm not going to make something just to throw it away. And 2 is more than enough for me. So here it is. I do it quite slowly. I sprinkle a little bit. I put it the other way around. And then I'm going to add a little bit of almond paste that I've slightly diluted with a little bit of water so that it's easier to spread. Very little, just to be able to spread it. Now, I'm going to roll it on itself. Make a roll like this. I'm now going to cut it in half, lengthwise. And the glass, the treasure, so that we secure it well. The loops are nice. And there you go. I'm going to put this on a baking paper on my little baking tray. I do this, the same thing with the glass. And there are my 2 minutes on my little tray in my little oven, on paper, of course. And now all that's left is to let them rise like this. No need to cover because there's very little dough exposed to the air here. And in the meantime, I'm going to preheat my oven to 180 degrees. See you in a bit. My 2 pieces have now risen well. Well, it spilled a little, but it's not a big deal. So I'm going to put them in an oven at 180 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, keeping an eye on them. See you in a bit. Here we are after 25 minutes in the oven. A magnificent piece now. While it's hot with apricot jelly, I'm going to brush them. Always while hot. So that the dough absorbs well. The jelly, naturally, of course, it gives a little taste that isn't so unpleasant. A bit. You can do this with hazelnut, with vanilla, with jam even. You don't have to do this with almond paste. And the final layer, of course, with glaze, which is powdered sugar with water. You absolutely must put the jelly before that, because if you don't put jelly before applying the glaze after an hour, the dough will have absorbed the moisture and the glaze, and it will turn all white. It looks like they've been there for a week. Now I'm going to let them cool down. See you in a bit. Now that it's cold, I'm going to cut one. And there you go, the inside. You can see there's almond paste in each layer. And it's tender, right? It's really soft. I assure you, it's a real treat. I'm going to go enjoy all of this. My mouth is already watering. Make it. It's not difficult and it's so good. And I'll see you for the next video. I hope you like this video. Now you know how to make it. Go ahead, make it. It's not difficult, and I'll see you soon for another video. Goodbye. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Subscribe. Share my videos, and thank you for leaving a comment.